and they go with Doug Christie, who obviously Domantas Sabonis, huge fan of. But when do you expect things to heat up there as far as his conversations with the organization, and what would you guess as far as how they'll go?
I don't envision this being something that develops quickly like the De'Aaron Fox situation necessarily this offseason. I think that Sabonis is devoted to the Kings, and he said that many times that he does want to stay there. And he confirmed that when he signed that extension with them to remain with the Kings and kind of shut down all that talk of him looking elsewhere. But he does want some clarity. And we wrote about that at Clutch Point. Sam Amick at The Athletic has done a fantastic job of covering Sabonis' route with the Kings and what the future holds there. But he wants to know what this organization is going to look like. And that is the question that De'Aaron Fox was seeking answers to for over a year. They both want to know what's going to happen moving forward, because you just fired Mike Brown. You hired Doug Christie. De'Aaron Fox isn't here anymore. You have some aging, proven all-stars in Zach LaVine and DeRozan, but that wasn't able to get you over the hump this season. So what kind of moves is Scott Perry going to make to further the outlook for the Kings and for them to become a top 4 team in the West? And I think that that's going to be figured out this offseason with the moves that they make. It's going to be figured out in the first few months leading up to the NBA Cup in December. And then around the trade deadline, there may be a little bit talk about Sabonis. And if the Kings aren't playing well, obviously those rumors will heat up and we'll hear a lot more about, Sabonis could be on the move, and people in league circles will be really discussing that. But with that kind of contract and the type of player he is, he's not one to really give up midseason on his team and demand a trade. So as of right now, just based on my understanding of where the Kings are and his kind of outlook on the team, I think this is going to be something that goes through the summer, is quiet, enters the season quiet, and then we may hear stuff at the trade deadline. And obviously next summer, based on how the Kings perform, it's going to become a major conversation, because in 2026, he'll have 2 years left on his contract. He'll be 30 years old and a guy that can contribute immediately. And I think that's really when we'll start hearing a lot more about Sabonis.